What's up everybody? So in today's video we're unveiling the newest project for the GT-R, and it just so happens to be pretty much the biggest power mod that I can do. It's in this box right here. Let's open it up. So here we go. This is the Cobb AccessPort for the Nissan GT-R. Got everything in it, of course the tuner, cables, and all sorts of things with it. And this is gonna let me basically tune the car to every mod that I have on it. And I would like to mention I am working with AAM Competition on this car. They've already sent me a map for the way my car is currently set up with the 2.75-inch air intakes, and then of course the mid-pipe, and then the full exhaust. So then taking a look at it right here, so a nice little zipper pouch. We have a startup guide. Here's the actual access port itself. And then we have the holder for it that you can mount inside the car. This is another portion of the holder. We have the cable that goes into the OBD2 port. The first thing we're gonna do to actually get the access port all set up so you can actually start tuning your car, go to Cobb's main website, and then I've already created myself an account for it. So once you're logged in, you're gonna create your account with your serial number and everything for the actual access port, but then for the maps, you're gonna wanna go there, load your car of course so you know what you're looking at. And then with your car loaded, you'll look over here and there's different maps available. Now these ones are basically canned tunes, pre-made ones by Cobb for your car. We're just gonna show you how to at least download a map. So you just pick your fuel. We're gonna stick with 93 octane, and then you just hit add to cart and hit proceed to order, and then it'll come to a checkout. And then all you do is download it. It goes into your downloads. And then on top of that, what you're gonna wanna do is have the access port manager. You're gonna wanna download that onto your computer as well. All right, so with the one end of this cable plugged into the back of the computer, I'm gonna take the other end, plug it into the Cobb. So this will turn right on in a second or two. And then over on the computer screen, you can see that a blue bar came up. And then to show you how to load a map with just one in there now, I've already downloaded the one that AAM sent me. I'm just gonna drag it over onto the access port and let go of it. It's gonna say confirm copy, hit yes. And now we are loaded. So right now I have the off-the-shelf map from Cobb. This is for the 3-inch intakes and a mid-pipe. And then I have the one that AAM made for my car. This one is set up. You can see the description down here. And now that we have a good understanding how you use the Cobb and how you actually load maps onto it, we're gonna go take the GT-R for a spin to get our bearings with the power again in the stock form, and we'll let it warm up before we actually load the new maps to it. So the car is all warmed up now. Engine oil and transmission oil are at a good temperature. And then I'm gonna keep everything in race mode except for the suspension, and we'll do a little bit of a second gear acceleration around this turn. And a third gear. I mean, the car is already so quick. It really does shine though first and second gear. Third and fourth gear, it's fast, but I wouldn't say it's like the craziest fastest car out there. So do another third gear one. And that gets you up there pretty quick. Do a second gear acceleration. So from about 30 miles an hour. Alright, so I think that is a pretty good understanding of the power again, just so I can do this like back to back within 20 minutes rather than driving this a few days ago and then tuning it and driving it. So yeah, the car's quick. Let's get the access port, plug it in, and do AAM's tune and see what it feels like. So back home now, let's plug this thing in and see what we have. First off, let's take the screen protector off, make it look all nice. So then all we need right now is the OBD2 cord, and then of course the access port. So then first thing what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to unplug my Armatrix exhaust real quick. The OBD2 port is right here. Now I do have a splitter, that way I can have the active exhaust and this plugged in at the same time. That's a really good thing you're gonna want. And then we'll go ahead, plug this into the car. And then with that plugged into the car, let's plug it in. I don't think anything's gonna happen just yet. So we heard it click. Oh, so it did at least turn on the screen. And one thing cool, you can actually make, instead of saying GT-R, I can have any logo I want there, which is pretty neat. So I've pressed the engine start button twice now. I guess I'm just gonna hit the center. Install access port to your vehicle, hit the center button. Now this one is the one designed for the TCM and the ECU. For right now, I'm just gonna do the engine. I won't mess with the transmission just yet. So I'll hit the center button. Not sure how long it takes. Please confirm. 2014 US GT-R, yes. These are a bunch of ones, I guess, preloaded. I have no clue what half of these ones are. So these are like stage 3 fuel injector ones. Hopefully I can delete some of these off here because that's way too many that I need to deal with right now. But as far as the ones I need to use, the one that AAM sent me is the only one specifically for my car. So let's hit the center button. If you choose to save the stock data, it'll take 30 minutes. Well, I'm gonna wanna do that. So I guess this might take like 30 minutes. So we'll go ahead and do that though. So I guess this is just gonna save all the stock data on the car. So I will catch up with you guys shortly. It's only been a few minutes and we're at 33%, so I don't think it's gonna quite take the 30 minutes like the thing just said. But as far as power gains go, without doing any of the fuel injectors or the downpipes, I'm probably looking at close to like an 80 horsepower gain. So as far as my car goes stock, talking with Mike at AAM, it's probably putting about maybe 435 at the wheels, and then with this tune, we're gonna be close to 520. So that's a pretty big gain, and that is just the 2.7 intakes and then the mid-pipe. I think maybe with the 3-inch intakes in the mid-pipe, that's probably gonna be the gains that I just said. But this alone right here is probably at least maybe 60, 70 horsepower we're about to add. And then once I do the intakes and then the full stage 2 map, that's gonna be another bunch of power. And then with the downpipes and fuel injectors, we're up to around 150 gained horsepower, which is a crazy amount. So anyway, it's been a few more minutes. We are at 75%, so we are getting there. Not really taking too long. Almost there, 2 more percent and 1 more percent, and done. So it's just saying, please wait while it generates ECU data. Although maybe that's what's gonna take 30 minutes. We'll see. And then real quick, oh, hold on. Okay, so yeah, it's got more time to go. And just notice as it's going, the DRLs have come on, and then on the dash of the car, a bunch of the lights are coming on. It's just said like malfunction, but I think that's all it, just reading the ECU and then resetting some things. So this all should be just normal. It's just doing its own thing right now. Alright, please turn ignition key to the off position. After 10-15 seconds, turn ignition key to the on position and then press OK. So we'll turn it off. And then we'll wait 10 seconds or so. So I guess when it hits the 12 dial, it's about good enough. Back on. I guess OK. Alright, installation successful. Alright, about 15 seconds later, let's start it up. Alright, back in the GT-R, everything is loaded. I have the splitter plugged in, so I have my exhaust and the access port. Exhaust still works. And then for the gauges, I have it set with the air-fuel ratio gauge just so I can keep an eye on that. I don't have anything mounted yet, so we're just gonna leave it kind of right in the center here. It's got a pretty good screen, so I can actually see it right now, but and I kind of have some cables underneath my feet, but we'll go for a drive now. So far our car feels exactly the same, but we're only in the parking lot. Alright, so I'm getting on the highway. We won't full throttle it yet, but we'll get on the highway, give it a little bit of gas, and then do the same pulls that we did earlier. Car's quick. I don't notice anything different yet. We're still kind of half throttling it just to make sure everything is working correctly. So getting on the same road, do the same second gear acceleration. Definitely seems quick. It feels like there's a little bit more top end. I can't quite tell just yet. So do third gear again. Yeah, that's pretty quick. I feel like when you get above like 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, it just kind of builds a little bit more than before. And then we'll slow down and do the second gear again. From 30 miles an hour. Okay, so I definitely felt a little bit more power just now. So second gear, once the turbo kicked in, you can kind of feel it then taking off a little bit more. there's definitely more power on that one. It will be exciting when I do the 3-inch intakes and then the new tune on that one, because that's going to be a lot different. A lot more air is going to be allowed to go into the engine. But so far, everything is looking good. So we'll do a second gear pull. Wow. Alright, so just getting my bearings again. It is definitely pulling harder. I have to see how much power that exact map is, but we're looking around 50 horsepower. And then once I data log it, we'll be able to get a little bit more fine tuning in. Whoa, so that right there, the turbo actually kicked in a little bit sooner. Yeah, I'm trying to just get more used to it and understand the differences. Wow, that is really cool. I'm actually noticing a difference once I get a little bit more used to it. Oh yeah. So right there, like the turbo is really kicking in like 3,000 RPM. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, the car is faster. It's like 3,000 RPM, the turbo's there. Let's do second gear now. And that's me short shifting like crazy, but that is definitely quicker. It's starting to pull. That's really cool. So we'll get on the highway. Wow. The car kind of screams like now. So that right there, that was actually a first. The car in fourth gear actually pulling pretty hard. Alright, I need to turn the air conditioning on. It's getting hot now. Whew. The car is pulling hard. That is impressive. I'm actually impressed. That's really cool. I've never tuned a car. I've never done anything like this before. That's pretty neat. Alright, so another highway pull. We'll go slow down a little bit, go to third gear at 60 miles an hour. Wow. Wow, the more I drive it, the more I'm really like understanding what it's doing, but it's like above 4,000, it's what's new. Below that, the car is quick enough, it's got that turbo power, that instant power and everything, but now where the stock car falls flat is the top end. It's not that fast in the top end. That 4,000 up to, I've only gone a little bit above 6,000 RPM. That power is now there. That's pretty impressive. And that last run was with the air conditioning on, by the way. All right, as we lose daylight, we'll do a final pull, second gear. Yeah, that is much faster. That's impressive. Like the top end is there. That is really, really impressive. It'll be exciting to do the data logging. I'll film a whole video on that, exactly how you data log and then sending it back, having the new tune and then reflashing and everything. So I'll make a video on that as we fine tune the current setup. And then when the 3-inch intakes come, they are getting powder coated right now, then they're gonna be shipped down here. We'll get those installed as well as the stage 2 map. And then I'm gonna, once I data log AAM's stage 2 map for this car and get that fine tuned, I'll go back and forth between Cobb stage 2, the off the shelf, basically just a can tune you can just get for any GT-R with those parts, and kind of compare it as far as how I feel the difference between data logged custom remote tuning versus the can tune like that. But so far, this is pretty impressive. The top end is there, and it wasn't quite there before. So good job AAM with the first setup for this tune. That is pretty impressive. Looks like daylight has faded. It's literally been 10 minutes since it was light out. So that's what we're getting now in the later seasons. Alright guys, that wraps up today's video, part 1 of the tuning and all sorts of new things happening with the GT-R. Once again, huge thumbs up to AAM Competition. Definitely check them out. For those of you with the GT-R, give them a call, send them an email, get yourself a Cobb tuner and do remote tuning with them, get your GT-R really, really fast. Of course, they have all the bolt-on parts for this, all the Z cars and Infinities and everything like that. So definitely check them out. So that wraps up today's video, installing the biggest power mod to the GT-R with that tuner and with the remote tuning. I can basically have the potential to do whatever I want. Even if I upgrade the turbos, having the tuner is what's gonna make this car actually be able to run correctly. So far things are going well. Stage 1 tune car is feeling really good. I'm excited for the next stage. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a huge thumbs up, smash the subscribe subscribe button. We'll see you all in the next video.